from all my new rallied heart. I thank you.
Juicy George 9118 just subscribed for 17 months. I was so close to getting first but got distracted by 17 months.
Go on, say hello.
Have you had your soup today?
quench you. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest. Should we just fuck off? everybody. How's it going? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How are we? How was the weekend? New week, new start, all that good stuff. How we doing? I think I am all set. I have Diz waiting in the wings. We're going to be getting into some Minecraft today, doing more of our Halloween village build. But welcome in, everybody. Amber R getting first. Jordan, thank you for 17 months. Appreciate it. Almost a year and a half. I know that Tesh is here, and Moose, and Alpy, and Jordan are here. Well, did I miss anybody? I know I got people lurking. Kaylin is here. Thank you if you are lurking. I appreciate it. Don't feel like you gotta chat if you're not ready to, or you're wanting to stay in the background, as it were.
From all my new rallied heart, I thank you.
2_D0G just subscribed for 27 months. They do move in herds.
They do move in herds. How you doing, T-Dog? How are things? Thank you for 27 months, my friend. Haggis, make sure you kill Diz. Okay. I think I'm gonna be a little busy shearing sheep, if I'm honest, but alright. How are you? Let's see. T-Dog, I don't know if I responded to you. Okay. I meant to ask you how the little chinchilla is doing. You mean the one that's buried under our back deck? That's how the chinchilla is doing. Guys, it's fine. I've been joking about it a little bit just because he was old. He was like, yeah, now you know, right? Yeah, he was very old. He had far surpassed the life of, like, the average lifespan of a chinchilla, from what I'd seen anyway. He had gotten, like, cataracts, and yeah, he was leave this mortal coil suddenly. Well, it wasn't even suddenly. He was oh god, when did we get him?
Social interaction? Ugh.
Disgusting. Have enough fuzz for many pillows? I don't know if I can shear Diz. I don't know if I want to, although I will say that when he does ditch the beard and do his, like, yearly shave or whatever he does, takes like a good 10 years off, I will say. Not that you look old with the beard, you just look young, like much younger without it too. Always surprises me. Why? Listen, I know there's lotion in here. There we go. Apparently we aren't having group supervision, so I'm back. Well, welcome back. It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. I know, Indy. Which, ironically enough, was the name of our chinchilla. Good job, Diz. But yeah, no, he was... I can't remember if we got him in... We didn't get him in 2010. We had to have gotten him in 2012. So I think he was around... Hubby remembers this stuff better than I do. I don't remember years of when we got the pets necessarily. But I'm pretty sure he was 12. Your chinchilla was named Mileage. Indy, dork. We named the dog Indiana. Or we named the dog Indy. We named him after all our favorite movies at the time. Because every time I looked at... Right, Caleb? Every time I looked for names for chinchillas, it was always this long, elaborate Mr. Such-a-de-such so-and-so, the third Esquire, or whatever. And so we just took all of our favorite movies and mashed it into one hugely long, ridiculous name. So his name was Captain Indiana Potter McFly, the Grey Wizard of Narnia. And we called him Indy for short. It was Captain Jack Sparrow, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter. This was before all the stuff came out. McFly from Back to the Future, Grey Wizard from Lord of the Rings, and Narnia. So, yeah, Caitlin, exactly. And it's, you know, good party conversation, I guess. Anyway, so Friday night, well, we had noticed in the last, like, 6 months that he was kind of developing some cataracts, and we knew he was getting pretty up there. So we were just kind of preparing ourselves for it. And then Friday night, hubby came home from D&D, and he wasn't really jumping up on the platforms anymore to eat. And he was kind of just not reacting normal. He didn't look like he was in pain, really. He was just very, very slow and lethargic. So he would do the thing, kind of like what I equate to someone who's on hospice, and their mind, they're basically like their body's shutting down, where he would wake up and be alert and kind of react to scritches, and he would eat a little bit, and then he would just like fall asleep, but he was still breathing fine and stuff. It wasn't labor breathing. And then he would snap awake again, and he would eat a little something, and he was just, hubby sat in my office chair and like sat across from me so I could see him and stuff. And that just went on for like 2 hours. And then hubby was getting tired and ready to go to bed, so he's like, well, I guess we'll just, you know, make him comfy and put him in his cage and whatever. And I gave him, you know, some loving too. And then Saturday was kind of the same thing, and then yesterday when we came back home from church, he was gone. So I actually, what was really cool is that for our dogs, you know, we had them put down and cremated because they were struggling, you know, they had health issues. And the vet did the thing with the paw prints in the plaster, and then they also got fur and put it in a little vial. And my plan, right now they're sitting on the window ledge in the sheep cave, but my plan eventually is to put them in wooden frames and paint them, you know, different colors and stuff with the paw prints in the middle, and then hang the little vial of fur off the bottom with like a colored, you know, ribbon or something, and put a picture in there. So what I did for Indy is I had these little tiny square, like wrapped canvas, blank picture frame things. So with the little square one, I flipped it over, and the negative space in the middle was just like a perfect little square about yay thick. So I mixed up some mosaic grout. I didn't have any plaster, but I mixed up some mosaic grout and put it in there and got it all smoothed out, and then took his little paw prints and his little feet prints, and then hubby cut off some of his fur, his chinchilla fur. For you guys, if you ever get a chance to pet a chinchilla in your life, do it, because they are the softest thing that God created, I swear. So hubby took some of his soft fur, and he took some of his coarser fur from his tail, and put it in a little vial. So we've got that too for Indy, and I can make a little memorial for him too. Oh, and then we actually already had a big hole in the backyard under the deck from where they had to go in and access some septic work earlier this year. And it's under the deck and protected. So we just said, we'll put him there, and then he's under the deck, and I can put a little stone out back there, and it needed to be covered up anyway, so had the perfect size little box, and hubby put his little hammock in there and some little other things from his cage, and there he will be. So I'm fine. It didn't really faze me. Hubby got a little emotional, but for me, I'm just happy that he's finally resting. You know what I mean? He was always a very persnickety little guy. He wasn't one that, you know, I feel like chinchillas can swing either way. They can either be super affectionate and cuddly and love brushes and, all that kind of stuff, and like other chinchillas, or they very much do not. He did not. He did not like, he only liked being scratched under his chin or right behind his ears. If you pet him anywhere else, he'd start barking at you. Chinchillas bark. Did you know that? He didn't get along with other chinchillas, so he had to be an only pet. We even tried doing things like a little open playpen thing. The big, like, hamster balls that you can put hamsters in and they roll around. We got a huge one for chinchillas. He didn't like that. So he was just a little dude, kind of existing, and we'd give him treats and scritches and change out his dust bath. He loved his dust bath. He slept in there. Even though we gave him other covered spaces, he just slept in his dust bath. So, yeah. Chinchilla fur is legit. Yup. Like petting a cloud. He was a tiny beast. He was a little beast. He would bark if he was angsty. Just look up videos of chinchilla barks at some point. Simple yet classy name. Nice on a license. Somewhere. Looking at your cat name, Bruce Lee Wayne Willis III, Destroyer of Worlds. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Oh heck yeah! I thought I saw the mustache and I'm like, that's Buck. Yeah, good Buck emote. So thank you guys for listening to me ramble about Indy. Abigail, still doing just fine. She's trucking right along. She's taking her antibiotics like a champ. She's no longer Moose in the cone of shame. She got her stitches out, and her arms, it's infected. She's on antibiotics, but they did find that the other tumors that they found further up her arm, just in the 2 weeks of her having the stitches and then getting them taken out, had grown quite a bit, and they said it's the most aggressive kind of cancer. So they said even if we amputated the leg, she would have to go through chemo, and even then there's no guarantee that it hasn't already gotten to and would subsequently affect her internal organs. So they said it's basically like hospice time. Just keep her comfy. And so she's definitely still herself. She's still a brat. She's still got her energy. She's got her appetite. She has lost a pound, but she was very chunky to begin with. So she has weight to lose, to spare. But she's leaving the bandage alone as long as hubby puts it high up enough, like gets it wrapped high enough up on the arm, and she's walking around with it just fine right now. She was doing the like straight leg, fainting goat thing for a minute, but now she knows how to walk on it fine. Yeah, she's still interacting with the other cats and stuff. She's still coming down and hanging out with us at night. Still is fine getting picked up and held, and she'll purr and stuff after a minute, but she's a brat about it like she always has been. The peg leg walks, yeah. Haggis, I was totally ready to have a tripod cat. I'm not gonna lie. I was totally ready for it, but it's too aggressive. So for those who haven't heard the story, it's odd because we knew that we were gonna hit a point where our cats were gonna start kind of going one after another because they're like 1 or 2 years apart each, and they're like Dinozo. Jethro, I think, is the oldest, and he's 15. And then Dinozo's 13. And then I think it's 11 and Abigail's 9. I think somewhere in there. So she was, I expected to start having issues with the cats, but she's the youngest, so, and she's the healthiest as far as like, she, oh lord, she coming, she thick. But Jethro, my grumpy old man walking across the floor right now, he's totally fine. Denozo's fine. He's conked out on the chair. Ziva's fine. She's over sitting on the printer where it can't be comfortable, but that's like her favorite spot. Hey, Samus. Let me see, what am I missing? Oh, thank you, guys. She's doing good. Obnoxious names actually have a purpose. It's from pedigree. Oh, they can't have the same as another pedigree, so they get stupid names to be used.